Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the mid-monthly reading for the month of November 2018. For the mid-monthly, I do 2 3-card spreads. Okay, so one is focusing on the area of career and finance. For that, I use the Gilded Tarot deck by Sierra Marchetti, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Doreen. The other spread is focusing on love, relationships, and I use the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Los Garbeo, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen. If I need to clarify anything, I have my Zillich Tarot deck to clarify. But, do remember, like I usually say, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. I also encourage you to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising sign, right? Some months, the messages in one video might not resonate as well. Maybe they will, in the other, or by listening to all 3 of them together, you get a more complete overview of what's coming up for you at this midpoint in the month. All right, I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for the reading. Hi, Aquarius. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. And I must say it looks like a beautiful reading for the rest of the month. Kind of wish I was Aquarius for the rest of November. All right, let me start off here with your career and finance reading. In the past position, you have Major Arcana number 2, the High Priestess, followed by the Ace of Cups. Outbound energy is the 10 of Cups. And the card at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of November, the Ace of Swords. And the oracle card that came out for you is Infinite Abundance. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. We'll get into this oracle card more after the reading, but you have, out of the 4 cards, you have 1 Major Arcana, 2 Aces, which are blessings, right? And 1 10 of Cups, which is like the ultimate in, happiness, sort of abundance, wish fulfillment with the, this culmination of Cups energy, water energy. So very beautiful. The Ace of Swords as the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, thinking we are focusing here on career and finance. Aces in the Tarot are yes cards. So if there is something that you have been waiting for an answer on, right? With 2 aces in the spread, definite yeses coming in. Aces are also blessings from the universe. It's sort of the universe extending out this new opportunity to you, right? This new beginning. And with the Ace of Swords, the suit of swords, it has to do with our intellect, our mind, the intelligence. It's also how we communicate with other people. And so this, this is the sword of truth coming in. So if there's something that, maybe you have not had the, the clarity of mind, or you've been trying to figure something out. With the Ace of Swords as the overall energy, this is definitely, it's about this gift of thought coming in. This could be new inspiration, right? With the Ace of Swords, this could be if you have, if you're a writer, you're an artist, maybe you've had sort of a writer's block, or your creativity hasn't been flowing. With the Ace of Swords, this is like that, okay, aha moment. Things are finally making sense, right? You are now able to see the world more clearly, to communicate well, to create a better sort of reality around you, right? And it's you using your mind, your thoughts to get your words across, to communicate with other people. So very powerful energy, for the next 2 weeks. Now it's interesting because sitting in the past position, so this could be, you could have already experiencing this. For others, depending on when you hear this reading, you might be going through this High Priestess energy. And this is, she's very different from the Suit of Swords, right? Here we have this clarity of mind, but the High Priestess is all about tapping into that knowledge that, is hidden, right? The hidden realm. She sort of sits between our physical realm and the realm of the sort of the divine, right? It's where we are asked to really tap into our intuition, to listen, to those, or in order to gain that hidden knowledge or the messages coming in through, signs, synchronicity. She's also linked with the moon card. So, there's also a connection with, our dreams. So pay attention to your intuition. Understand that there are different ways of knowing. Even when we're thinking, when we're looking here more at like the very tangible sort of career, finances, when we're looking at that, there still can be, different ways of knowing. We can still tap into our intuition and, listen to that gut feeling as we're making a decision, right? To do with our finances, to do with a career. If this is a change in career, we do have new beginnings here, 2 new beginnings. So if this is a new, you considering or weighing up a new beginning, a new job, right? Or maybe embarking upon a brand new career, right? A new way of making money. It's a different way of knowing here. And so it's about listening to and paying attention to our, to that gut feeling. When you think about, if you're, for example, considering moving, for a new job, maybe you're looking at, job boards, the job boards, and you're sort of weighing things up, and it's like you're trying to kind of envision yourself in this new location, doing that new job, living in that new location. Pay attention to, what does your gut tell you? What is that kind of, and if you really listen to, your intuition, we do get those messages coming through from the universe. It's like we get that immediate sort of cold feeling in our stomachs. It's like in the pit of our stomachs, we get that, oh, I don't know about that. That's intuition kicking in. Pay attention to that. Or if we think about, maybe we live on the East Coast and we're looking at job opportunities out in California, and we might think, God, is that really what is that the right thing to do? Maybe when we think about it, it's like we get that exciting, our intuition kicks in. Pay attention to those messages. Also pay attention to like signs, synchronicities coming through from the universe. Oftentimes the universe is not as clear as, this sort of Ace of Swords. Oftentimes the universe sends messages our way, but through signs, synchronicities, through our dreams. So do pay attention to, dreams that you might be having over the next couple of weeks. Pay attention to, repeating numbers, and also pay attention to sort of what you're thinking, what are you considering when these, messages come in, when you see the signs, the synchronicities. Pay attention to what you're thinking at that time as well. Now, sitting in the center of your reading, you have this beautiful Ace of Cups. This is like the Holy Grail. So this is, 2 new beginnings here, 2 chances, 2 opportunities for a brand new cycle, for a brand new beginning. But the Ace of Cups it's very much about, what deep down, what we really, what makes us happy. This new beginning, we're looking more at job opportunities, possibly a new career, or career change. This is about paying attention to, our emotions. What is it that really makes us happy? This is us being being drawn along by our emotions, by our feelings. If this is about you, like starting up a new, this new career, this could be you now really expressing yourself more artistically, or feeling very happy about, very emotional about this new opportunity. It's also, the Suit of Cups. It can also speak of intuition, psychic abilities. So again, we have this sort of rational, this cutting through, this having this sort of epiphany balanced with, this emotional, the intuition and allowing our emotions to sort of move us along here. And where it brings us is to this beautiful, Ten of Cups card, which is it's like the ultimate in Cups energy, right? The tens are, yes, they're endings, but it's like the ultimate in what, especially when we're dealing with cups, in this, beautiful, happy home life. It's the happily ever after. It's having that, the job that you've always wanted. It's having the home life that, this home that you've always wanted, this harmonious family life that you've always wanted. And it's kind of, as a 10, we can think of it almost like the Wheel of Fortune, and how, now maybe after a difficult time, it's like finally, this very happy, harmonious, sort of domestic bliss energy surrounding you. So, this could be these new beginnings are bringing you to this Ten of Cups, right? Are affording you this new sort of wonderful, lease on life, or this new home life, or more stability for your home, for your family. And again, it's echoed here with this Infinite Abundance card. Let me find my my guidebook and read you the full meaning for the Infinite Abundance card. And it says, this card provides the reassurance that as you focus upon being of service and following your inner guidance, here we have the following your inner guidance, right? Your needs are taken care of. The more you let go of worry and trust in the universe's infinite abundance, the faster your flow of abundance comes to you. And that's interesting because there's a huge jump here from the Ace of Cups, which is like, it's that, if we think of it in a relationship, it's that beginning, it's that new offering of love, right? In a new job opportunity, that's like that new beginning that brings you, it's the potential, it brings you that happiness. But then there's this, by the end of the month, there's a huge gain here. So it's interesting that it says, that the faster your flow of abundance comes to you. Always remember that prayer and positive feelings improve situations while worry worsens everything. You can give any concerns over to God and the angels for healing. The abundance comes to you in unexpected ways, so you needn't waste time or energy trying to guess how your needs will be met. Instead, devote your thoughts and actions to following the voice within you. That's exactly what I was just saying here. This is your career partner and manager, as it's the voice of your unanswered prayer. All prayers are heard and answered. Listen especially to the response that comes to you in the form of intuition. Okay, double messages here, right? Hold positive visions and feelings of being financially secure. Affirm that this is your truth right now. See and feel yourself completely supported, and it is so. You'll be given specific directions as to how to enact the answers to your prayers. It's essential that you create quiet time to listen to this inner guidance and then act upon it without delay or hesitation. And that really is the Ace of Swords. It's about, it's decisive action. It's this brand new beginning. It's like that epiphany, that aha, moving forward, but also listening to your intuition. And there is this huge gain, so huge, leap forward as far as, you're thinking about your finances. There's this great progression, even though that we're dealing with cups here, if we think about it's really the emotions attached to, the feelings attached to what it is that we're doing as a career, attached to our finances. So there is a huge growth and jump and great abundance at hand here. So beautiful messages for your career and finance. Now switching here to your romance relationships, we have 2 threes, which threes in the tarot, they are very expansive energies. We also have, out of the 4 cards, we have 2 major arcanas, and then another repeat Ace of Swords, which, so double messages here for this new beginning. But in the past position, we have the 3 of Wands, okay, followed by Major Arcana number 3, the Empress. The outbound energy for the month, the Ace of Swords. And from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, you have the Chariot. This is Major Arcana number 7. And the Oracle card that came out for you is Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher, oops, dropped the card, sorry, higher level of commitment. We'll get to this in a minute, but let me start off with the Three of Wands followed by this Major Arcana number 3, the Empress. So threes, like I was saying, threes in the Tarot, they do speak of expansion, right? It's very expansive energy, lots of opportunities, especially with this Three of Wands. Now, in this particular deck, the Three of Wands is slightly different because in the traditional Tarot, the Three of Wands has, a man, he's standing on a cliff looking out to sea, waiting for his ships to come in. And so it suggests that, there is some type of waiting involved, after a decision that has been made with the Crossroads card, the Two of Wands that comes before the Three of Wands. And now it's like, okay, I've chosen this path, I've made a decision, and now I'm waiting to see what type of return on investment. So after the hard work and effort, dedication, time that I've put into something, and this can be, a job, this can be a project, this can be a relationship, however it plays out, what am I getting back? What am I now going to get back as some type of return on investment? Now, in this particular deck, it makes me think of the Star card. It makes me think of the Nine of Cups card because it's actually called the Falling Star. And I'm not sure if you can see off in the distance. So we do have this, beautiful moon shining there. And the woman, she's staring at the falling star. And so it speaks of positive prospects. It speaks of seeking something new. Yes, there is waiting involved. Yes, there's patience involved. But it's, similar to the Wish card, right? The Star card. There's also this belief and hope and trusting that, whatever it is that she is waiting to hear about, whatever it is that she is, patiently sort of seeking here or waiting, that it will come true. So there's this positive belief, keeping the faith or having this faith that things will work out. It's also the card of endless possibilities, as Three of Wands. So, very expansive energy, which just continues with the Empress card. And the Empress as the Major Arcana here, it's a more significant, a more powerful message coming through. And she is also, this very abundant, very fertile energy. In this particular deck, she isn't shown as being pregnant. In a lot of the decks, the Empress is shown, with this very abundant setting, with trees laden with fruit, lots of flowers and things growing behind her, and then she is also usually pregnant. So it usually speaks of like growth, fertility as well, and she is like the ultimate sort of female, the mother, ultimate mother card in the Tarot. So for some of you, this could be you dealing with your mother at this time. There could be a significant something that you're waiting to hear about related to your mother. For others, this could be, you in this Empress or taking on the energy of this Empress. For others, this could be a very fertile time for you. So, and we do have the full moon here. So this, and this is more towards the sort of middle to end of the last 2 weeks. So it could be around the time of the full moon occurring in November. So you could be, more fertile around that time period. So if that's something that you want, that could be a good time for you to, think about getting pregnant. For others, if that's not what you want, do take your precautions there. But in general, the Empress is a very, it's a very fertile, abundant energy. In this particular deck, the Empress is I would say she's more, I mean, obviously you can see her here. She's, she's naked. She looks very, very sensual, very sort of, a more sensual take on the Empress. So you could be, for some of you, you could be feeling more sensual, right, with this energy of the Empress. You could be just taking more care of yourself, or you could be, just in general, looking more like you could be paying more attention to how you look, to how you dress, worrying more about your appearance, just, really taking on this sensual energy of the Empress. For others, there could be, news of a pregnancy. There could be a pregnancy at this time. Could be, if it's not you, could be somebody around you. And then again, as we head out of the month, we have this repeat card here, this Ace of Swords. So new beginnings, again, with the swords. And in this particular deck, again, we have this moon here. And the moon is quite prominent on all. Let me just hold these up again. You see how we have the moon here on the Three of Wands. We have the different phases of the moon here represented, plus the full moon. And then we have this opposite full moon happening with the Ace of Swords. But then we have the sun with the sunflower guiding the Chariot. So that's interesting. So there could be something happening. Do pay attention to the full moon. Pay attention, over the next couple of weeks. There could be something coming in around the full moon. But this, this Ace of Swords in this particular deck, it's called the Breath of Winter. And it does speak of, clear thoughts, judgment, clarifications, discernment. And you can see that the man is sitting, it's like he's meditating here, right? And then we do have, the owls come in, and owls usually, they speak of knowledge. They're very wise. So there could be news, coming in that does, it's like a breath of fresh air. It does clear something up. This could be news about a pregnancy. This could be news related to whatever this is that you've been waiting to hear about, right? Or this expansion, or this, this opportunity, this growth. And then there's just very positive energy surrounding the entire 2 weeks with the Chariot card. This is a card of victory. This is a card of success. This is a card of forward movement. See, the man, he's only loosely holding the reins here of, the yin and yang, the opposing female, male, the light and dark energy. So he's only loosely holding it, but he's able to, to control this energy. And he's heading off in, the direction that he wants to go. And he's forward movement. And he's being guided by the light of this sunflower. So sunflower, again, it's the sun. The sun is positive. It's a big yes if there's something that you've been waiting for an answer on. Again, the Ace of Swords is another big yes card. New beginnings. There could be new beginnings to do with possibly this mother figure. Again, going back, this is the reading. It deals with, yes, relationships. Relationships can be romantic or not. So if we look at this more to do with, within a family dynamics, this could be, news coming in, or a new beginning with your mother, right? And this is here in the U.S. We do have Thanksgiving coming up over the next couple of weeks. So, for many of us here in the U.S., it's a time to spend time with family, friends, reconnecting with family members. So there could be, with the Chariot, there's movement across land. You could be traveling across land, possibly to go and, and be with your mother at this time. For others, there could be news coming in. It could be news that you have been waiting to hear about, right, for quite a while, with the Three of Wands sitting in the past position. And now it's like there's forward momentum. Now things are actually moving ahead. And in this particular deck, the Chariot is called the Brilliant Messenger. And so, it's about you, some type of reawakening, some type of heading towards a very positive destination. It's, again, it's a card of victory. So if you have been, for some of you, if you've been waiting to get pregnant, or to hear about this news of either your own pregnancy, somebody else's pregnancy. There could be, very positive news coming in with regards to that. For others, this could be, I'm just looking at the, so we have wands. Wands is fire energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign individual, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We also have here the Empress, right? And the Empress, again, she's linked with Venus. And then we have Ace of Swords. So this is more air, well, it's air energy. So possibly dealing with Aquarius, Aquarius like yourself, or Gemini, Libra. And then the Chariot here, number 7, the Chariot is linked with Cancer. So possibly a water sign, Cancer, with the Chariot card. But, this card is very positive. Again, a card of success, a card of victory, triumph, and you really kind of being in the driver's seat here. So whatever's happening, it's like we move out of this, you're waiting to hear about something to, things are very kind of blooming around you, right? Great fertility and abundance. Things are really moving forward. There's news coming in, new beginnings, enlightenment, and then success. And this is usually success and triumph after, possibly difficulty. So if you have had difficulty moving forward, if you have had difficulty with, this relationship with your mother, for others, if you have had difficulty getting pregnant, then, there's success here. So it's like success after challenge, right? So positive results after challenge. And then this engagement. Let me find the engagement card in the guidebook here. Engagement says, congratulations. This card signals pending nuptials, beginning with a romantic engagement. Even if you're not presently in a relationship, the romance angels can see one upon your horizon. This card comes to you as reassurance, specifically so that you will choose to release any worries about whether you will get married, because you will. Deep romantic love in which you feel treasured is in the cards for you. The deeper meaning of this card relates to commitment. First, you commit to taking care of yourself. You establish boundaries about what you will and will not accept in your relationships and in other life areas, such as career, home, lifestyle, and so on. Next, you honor your self-commitment by taking decisive action and telling others how you truthfully feel about their behavior. As you commit to yourself, the universe sends you additional experiences of loving commitment, including the promise of marriage. And that's interesting because we do have like this, again, going back to the Three of Wands, it is this card of sort of waiting and things aren't in your control, right? But then there's a change here with this, and I did mention with the Empress, this could be you, feeling more sensual and really starting to take care of yourself and worry more about, your appearance. This could be you, revamping, updating your appearance, going for a haircut, dyeing your hair, changing, or updating your closet. It is getting into the holiday season, right? This change of seasons. You could be doing this, more of a makeover on yourself, to feel better about yourself as you head into the winter season, which is what we had with this Ace of Swords, right? And then new beginnings coming in, and maybe by, with all of this focus on yourself, right? And these new beginnings and this clarity of mind coming in here, there's victory. And, possibly even if you are not in a relationship right now, there could be these new beginnings coming in that could lead to, maybe this engagement is not, happening by the end of the month, but it's, what's happening over the next couple of weeks could really prepare you for these new commitments, these new relationships, right? And there's success at hand. So it does look like a beautiful rest of the month for you. I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.